Jackson Browne knows people think he's past his prime. Or, way out over my due date, as he puts it on his new album. I'm talking about shelf life, he says. But I think a lot of stuff is still good after the date that's printed on the package. At 72, the musician is grappling with what his life will amount to. That's really what the lyric is about, he says, an admission that you're supposed to have settled stuff by this time. It's not that he had a vision for what life in his 70s would be like, he's never looked that far into the future. But he has always been a self-reflective sort, unafraid to question whether he's squeezing all of the juice out of the fruit. Even one of his first hits, Dr. My Eyes, released in the midst of the Vietnam War, told the story of a man puzzling over how to digest the hardships of the world. Browne's eyes are still wide open on Downhill from Everywhere, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee's first collection of new music in 6 years. On the album, the singer-songwriter takes typically forthright stands on ocean pollution, immigration rights and gay marriage. Though he grows somber when he discusses current events, Browne also seems to have softened with age, exuding less of an obstinate attitude than an equable one. In the late 60s and 70s, Browne established himself as one of Laurel Canyon's preeminent songwriters with now standards like These Days, written when he was 16, Take It Easy, co-written with the Eagles Glenn Frey and Running on Empty. Back-to-back smash albums, The Pretender and Running on Empty, made him a full-fledged rock star, but gradually he would pivot his music and career away from pop philosophy and toward the political. He organized No Nukes benefit concerts against nuclear weapons and nuclear energy alongside Graham Nash and Bonnie Raitt in 1979 and condemned U.S. policy in Central America on his 1986 album, Lives in the Balance. Browne still champions numerous causes. He was performing at a fundraiser for the charity God's Love We Deliver in March 2020 when he became one of the first stars to contract COVID-19. He likes experimental theater, he's wearing a shirt from Tim Robbins' Culver City-based The Actors Gang nonprofit, and seeing live music with some of the young artists he's befriended, like Dawes, Jenny Lewis, Inara George and Phoebe Bridges. Earlier this year, Bridges enlisted Browne to duet with her on a new version of her song, Kyoto, and she in turn then appeared in a music video for his song, My Cleveland Heart. Browne, who lives in Los Angeles Mid-City with his longtime partner, Dianna Cohen, has 2 adult children from previous marriages. This week, he heads out on a 3-month tour with James Taylor that will stop in Anaheim in October. The Times spoke with Browne at his Santa Monica recording studio, Groove Masters, where Bob Dylan, Frank Ocean and David Crosby have made music.